Hello, everyone. Welcome back, Drew with Huey. Um, we're in the middle of showcasing the Cirque to Goat with the base game factions. Something happened on my end. I think it was like an outlet or something that got jostled or something. So sorry about that. We've updated the board. Everything's back to where it was. I removed the bird roost. Clownish combated the cats and crafted a false orders. So now we'll start with the performance. So we're gonna discard this fox card to perform in this clearing.
I'm
So
sorry, real quick, JR, put your cards away. I think they're popped up.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Everyone else looks good.
Okay, I'm glad you caught that.
Can you see them again, or
No,
Nope.
we can't see them.
okay, good.
Okay. Oh, and for those watching at home, if it looks like you can see the bird hand, that's my hand as the goats. It's just by the birds because TTS is fun.
The magic of the ultimate mod.
um, okay, so I'm performing to you all. I get 1 point for playing one suit of card, and then I get 1 point because each of you has an accolade marker, so that's 3 more points.
Oh,
Oh wow, it was the greatest show on Earth. It was the greatest show in Texas.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm just so appreciative of everything these birds have done for us. I know they have long memories and appreciate good shows. So there you go, birds. Have a point. Oh,
Acceleration
I
never
appreciate
stops.
this.
I really shouldn't be giving you that point. But yeah. Wait, Vagabond, did you just give yourselves a point?
No, I
No,
didn't touch. I'm over here.
I moved
Okay.
From up here to down here.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. I saw it move and I was confused. Okay. Cool.
He's a feat.
Thank you for checking, though.
Yeah. So I'm on cheers still. I'm supposed to do that before praise, and that's all good. Okay, I'm gonna draw 3 cards and pass the turn.
3 cards. Oh, I see. Because you have. Gotcha. Because the accolades are out, and you're on cheers and not cheers. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
We're probably gonna want to bust down one of those tents when we get a chance to.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I think we've been letting the goats skate by fairly unscathed. We've been mesmerized by
Yeah, they're
their
good performers.
acrobatics, and yeah.
Are you all ready for my zinger?
We're
If
ready,
we do
we're ready.
nothing, if we do nothing about the goats, we'll be the ones wearing the clown makeup.
Come on. Very true.
Yeah.
I understand why people would be intimidated by our staggering presence. You know, we just turmoiled the bird dynasties. You know, I don't know if it's the greatest way to, applaud your warriors in combat, but it's up to you, I guess.
It's true. We'll see.
Okay.
As a
So-
designer, I think that's exactly what you should do: is attack me.
Well, thank you for your transparency
You're
and
welcome.
your table talk.
So it is the dawn of the 4th turn, and it is not looking good for the despot leader. My birds are up in wings over his rule. But there will be some final actions for the despot. First of all, I will add 2 cards to my decree. I'm going to add a bird, a bunny dominance, and I'm going to add a gently used knapsack to recruit as well. In my daylight, I am going to craft a rabbit partisans and a false orders,
Ooh.
Right.
getting those single craftables going. And then I will resolve the decree. I'm going to put out 3 warriors. One on a fox clearing. Jor, am I a threat down here?
No, you're. I'm looking. I'll say this: I've been looking at it, and my mouth is watering, but I don't think I can.
Yeah, Decoy, that is a
Put resources towards that
turmoiling
right
despot right
Understood.
now.
Okay, I'm then going up north with that fox warrior, and now I have 2 more bird warriors to put on a bunny clearing, and they're both going to go in north of Texas in Oklahoma here. And that will be it for the despot because I cannot recruit in mouse. So the despot goes up in flames. I lose 3 points. 1, 2, 3. All of these beautiful cards get discarded. Does TTS automatically put the dominance up top?
It does.
I
yeah.
believe this discard
ultimate
pile
mod
is modded
does.
to do that, but
Yeah.
I can also just grab it because it's right here.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
so
it's
those 2
fun to watch
dominances,
it fly in. Just
up
put it
this
in the
way.
discard file.
Excellent.
Watch. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Okay, so I did the humiliate, I did purge, depose, and now I need to reassign. I need to get a new leader. I mean, the people at this table know I love. They know what I love.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
you
doable?
got those partisans.
You've got a hankering for it.
I think you have enough warriors in the supply to probably consider charismatic, but I respect if you want to go commander.
Charismatic's
Especially-
probably the play. Probably.
Well, his hand's big enough; he could throw stuff in recruit potentially.
How many
I
cards
love
do
charismatic.
birds have in their
That's
hand?
nice.
I'm sorry, not charismatic. I love commander.
Love the
man.
owl.
How many cards do
But I
birds have
know-
in their hand? Is it just one right now, or?
I just have 1
Oh,
card.
that's true. I was looking at the goat's hand. Sorry about that theory. So yeah, I think charismatic's probably the play, but it is
But-
your faction and your turn. So
I honestly only go commander if I have some way to mitigate RNG, because, yeah, you're gonna run out of warriors at some point.
they're very bird hungry.
Yeah.
Commander.
Up to you though. You have as much fun as you want to.
Give me a quick search. I know I'm looking to have some fun. So you know what? I'm also a bit of a
performer?
Not I was gonna say I'm a bit of a showman, but not as much as Huey, not as much as Kelton. But I'm enjoying the party, so I am going to choose commander.
Oh, we got commander.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
With
The
2
iconic
partisans cards crafted too.
That's true. And
These
now
are
I'm
explosive
in
birds.
my evening, so now I'm gonna score. I'm gonna get my 3 points back. And I'm gonna draw 2 cards. And now it's the end of my turn.
I just hope your birds are going to be enough to take down these cats, because these cats are going
Cats
crazy.
are fine. They're fine.
Mm. Cats
Worst
love
comes to
goats.
worst, the rest of the table can just coordinate to stem the tide on cats.
The orange tide is washing in.
That's true.
It
The
is.
orange Fanta waves.
All right, got some wood out. Let's see. So, yeah, I mean, like, before we get all mad at the cats, I am going to try to do the table a favor.
No, we're not mad now. It's like in the, another
Yeah.
turn or two, maybe.
Right.
But
The way things are going.
What favor is that? And I hope it involves smacking a vagabond.
It doesn't involve smacking the vagabond, but it does involve smacking the goats and hopefully
What?
burning down their tent.
Oh, the goats. Okay.
So yeah, let's see here. I'm just trying to work out what the best course is.
By the way, Jor, I'm giving you a
Yeah.
green gem for smacking the VB earlier.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that.
How many points is that, Theory? Like 5?
I think so.
oh yeah,
I'm
do
gonna
you
recruit.
have news printing?
All right. So here are my little guys. That's one action. Second action is going to be a march. So let's send 1 over here and then 3 up here, just in case there's any ambush shenanigans.
You don't want to
leave.
You're not going to leave those mouse clearings that undefended, right? Because that's
There's 3 cats and some wood. It's probably fine.
It's true. It's just these birds. They've got mouse, partisans, and commander. It's going to be 2 extra hits. So I'm just
But I got to
average.
build up my decree. I don't really have
Yeah.
actions to be mowing people down yet.
But you also
My
must
assumption
battle.
is that I have 1 turn to refortify. But again, I'm doing the table. Honestly, I could just be, taking out these roosts that aren't unattended and building more stuff. But I want to hit these goats so that they don't run away with the game.
I think you're right in your approximation
It's
that there's
fair.
about 1 turn. It's a little scary, but especially if you recruit and have 4 cats there, it's not the worst thing.
Mhm. It just depends on what the vagabond and the birds end up doing. And I
Yeah.
suppose the goats
Well-
could do something, but yeah.
That's true.
We did.
So,
we
yeah.
turmoiled the birds.
We did turmoil the bird. I think the birds are, until their next turn when they throw down another roost, probably.
Yeah.
And
Not super scary yet.
and for
Agreed.
turmoiling the birds,
Agreed.
Stewie, I give you a red gem.
Ah, yes.
All right, I am going to pull the trigger on this and fight you in this clearing.
oh, you're fighting me.
Yes.
I thought it was all just talk. Okay, yeah, you can hit me.
All
Come at me.
3, please.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay,
There
are
we
you
go.
ahead of me in score? You are not ahead of me in score.
I'm
Sad
not.
day.
All right.
And then again?
That was my last action. I'm debating. Spoilers. I do have a bird. I'm debating if I want a hogs for hire with this. It just feels like such overkill.
Such a
'cause
waste. You're right, you don't need to do it.
No, come on.
If you want to spend your bird card, I'll take it out. It's only 1 point for me because I'm not
That's what I'm
hostile with
saying.
the goats.
That's
So-
why I'm almost like I kind of want to leave it to Kelton to finish the job. here.
I would say it's probably better for you to clean up that point. I think a bird card is worth a point.
Think so?
At this stage, yeah. 'cause,
But I
you know,
mean, if you make the vagabond do it, they have 1 less attack to direct at
Yeah,
you,
also
possibly.
true.
So
but I think I'm gonna probably have a low aggression turn. Because I'm gonna pivot back to like exploring and crafting since my items are in a better position now. But we'll see. It's your call.
Yeah.
just a whole bird card seems like such a waste when someone else could do it. I don't know.
It's unironically how I feel. What you just said. It's like 1 point, and this bird card feels like it's more beneficial for something else. But
Guys,
I guess
it's just
can't
1 point.
grab-
It's just 1 point.
It's just 1 point. Whatever. I'll do it. I want to see what happens when this tent burns down. So
All right,
Alright.
sounds
Foxbriar,
good.
attack. Let's get
Well
rid of
played, well played. Okay, so birds, you have 2 accolade markers, I believe. So you're gonna have
I
to you can delete them from the game.
Yeah, they're removed from the game, similar to otter trade posts, right?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. So how do you delete? Delete. Got it.
I can take care of it. Oh, you did it. There you go.
And I also have to get rid of half the cards in my hand,
Oh, that's a big
rounded
penalty.
down. Yep, you've done it. You've destroyed my small business venture.
And it's both accolades that get removed, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So both of them from me.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I decide if I do want
So
to
now-
back down my turn. Yeah, I do.
Now,
Okay.
Thuy,
Yeah.
the turn should go to.
Let me double check that the turn order is in its proper place because it reset when we reconnected. So yeah, let's see. So player 1 is yellow, player 2 is teal, player 3 is blue, player 4 is white. Okay, excellent. So that should. Oh, whoops, swapped you guys there. All right, good. Yes, so the turn should be in proper order now. All right. So you finished with your turn, right, Jayor?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'll go ahead and refresh up to 7 items. And then I will decide if I want to slip. I don't think it's time to slip here. Because I'm not...
Ruin.
Yeah, there's a ruin here, and I kind of want to, loot the denser warrior count ruins now before that ends up being a problem for me later.
That's smart.
Okay, cool. So then let's just start off and see what's in the box. So I will exhaust item. Perfect! Alright, I got my satchel here. And that's a point for me, so I go from 10 to 11.
I like the points. We're keeping pace with each other.
Yeah, we're keeping pace. We're keeping pace.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not really in a position to make it towards the goats. I am a little scared of eerie resurgence. Let me just quickly take a look at where the cats are at with building. They spend a turn like policing and grabbing a point on the table, so I'm not super duper worried about that. So this might just be I go on quests and aid kind of turn. So let me just take stock here. I don't have 2 boots, so I can't move into any eerie clearing right now, which is a bit of an issue.
Run east, little thief.
I know, so I might actually just have to fight and or aid this turn, so let's see. I can... Yeah, I don't think I need to fight this turn. I think I can just be good friends with people. Okay, so I'll go ahead and exhaust a boot, and I'll move from here to here. Hello. And then it is going to be time to exhaust 2 items because I'm going to aid twice. So I'll go ahead and both my swords, or I keep my swords open and maybe fight. It feels wrong. I don't want to hurt the cats this much.
Just trying to help.
Yeah, exactly. You've done a lot of goodwill, Jayor, for the table, and though some may label me a thief, I consider myself a bit of a gentleman rogue. So I have a bit of that tricksy honor. So I think to that extent, I don't want to hit you this turn, and I may come to regret that. But we'll worry about one thing at a time. So I'll go ahead and exhaust my 2 swords because I'm not moving anywhere this turn, and I'll go ahead and give you 2 cards that match, and that will bring us to friendship level 2. So I'll go ahead and grab 2 points from that. So that brings me up to 13. And looking at the rest of my shenanigans.
Wait, you said you were going to give me 2 cards? Oh, I see them. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I put them by your player board. I'm going to try and get in the habit of that. Cool, and I think that's going to be it, because I really just have not a lot else to do. So, okay, cool. Then I'll go ahead and draw 2 cards, and I'll pass along the turn.
Alrighty. Okay. Thing is, I love all my cards, and I don't want to give any of them up. They all have so many potential uses.
It's the worst.
It's
the worst feeling.
I think I probably need to, though. Yeah, I need to use these cards for their suits instead of their special abilities. Okay. Oh. Oh boy. Those are a lot of buildings though. And that piece of wood. And that mouse clearing. Oh, that's just so nice. And the cats did just take out my big top.
What is happening? I
I think we're about to queue
internal
up.
monologue.
Yeah, I think we're about to queue up Frank Sinatra's "Send in the Clowns."
I mean, it's so tempting. And I would like police as well. Yeah, I think I gotta do it for the memes. Okay, let's.
This is Huey's Joker moment.
I'm gonna turn to the Joker, dude.
Is that okay? How many goats will I have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I count.
I mean, it's like now. It's like now or never, right? Yeah, I think it's
I count 5
good.
on the board, do we?
5 on the board. I was thinking in my mind like how many I'll
I
have
see.
once I recruit. So yeah, let's go ahead and false order 2 of these cats.
Oh
No.
I'm gonna send them to the keep. To the keep you go.
Oh no.
You received a letter that said there's an attack on the keep. You must come back and defend it.
Nobody here.
There's nobody here.
There's nobody here. It's a trap.
And
Why is this notice splotched with stage makeup?
we're gonna go ahead and recruit here, and we'll. Oh wait, no, not that one. You didn't see that. No one saw
Oh
that.
no! You gotta get rid of that card now. 'Cause he can steal it.
Nah, it's fine. I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of stealing.
We're gonna go here. Okay, so I have 4 actions. Then, okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's do this. Fun thing about the goats is that I can remove a big top whether or not both of them are on the board.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go ahead and pitch down here and send this cat
Oof.
to the circus
That hurts.
for 1 action.
Now, Theory, why would you do that? Is it to simply just keep your tents protected?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
it's to
I'm
make
doing
them-
that to make it
Make
so.
this clearing defenseless.
Yeah.
Well, you could have added a second tent instead.
Oh, I see. So yeah, it's so I don't have to defend multiple tents. I only have 10 warriors, so.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because losing the tent is like the major punitive mechanism for the
Right.
goats.
Okay, so that was 1 action. Second action, I'll go ahead and attack here. Do you ambush me, cats?
I do. Yes.
You do.
Ooh.
Oh.
Big.
Now, granted, you can still get back there and attack it, but that's wasting 2 of your actions.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true,
that
yeah.
was amazing. I'm down to 2 actions right now. So, yeah, do I commit to the bit?
I will warn you, I have a mouse ambush in my hand.
What? I don't know if you do, man.
Everyone immediately.
I mean, I don't want to be the one to say it's a bluff,
No.
but it is a bluff.
Damn it.
Yeah. Right,
It was in the decree. I'm like, I don't think that
Yeah.
got reshuffled.
right now, mouse and actually all clearings are open season because all 5 ambushes are in the discard.
Oh, good call.
No more tricks.
JR, I heard you
man.
say that and do a sharp inhale.
You know my tells.
I think I have to. Man, this sucks so much. This is that ambush.
Your big top, man, is
Ruins
gonna be
it.
undefended.
I know, but I think leaving 4 points for. I don't know. I guess maybe it
Someone's
just.
taking that. It's either going to be the Eerie or it's going to be me.
I mean, maybe the Eerie
or
don't
maybe
take
the
it
cats-
because the cats might be able to make it back
Yeah,
there.
the cats might just reinforce. So it's really either the Eerie because I'm probably going to be trying to go for some clowns on my next turn.
What? What?
Maybe. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how many points you score.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna pivot the turn because it did not turn out how I wanted it to. We're just gonna use the third action to go here. Masterful ambush. And then we're gonna pitch over here. And I'm not gonna
I've
draw
been
anyone
holding that
in.
ambush since turn 2, by the way.
Okay, now we're gonna charm offensive, and I'm gonna give a point to Cats just because I was so impressed. Good work. And then I will perform here. So I get 1 point for spending a fox card, and I get 1 point because cats have an accolade. And then I will adjust the critics corner. I am in first, so it's on cheers. And then I will give an accolades marker to the birds. So give yourself a point, birds.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's that. I will draw 3 cards and pass the turn. Man,
Wow.
what a catastrophe you have dodged, Cats. That was
No.
amazing.
I'm still dodging right now. And in fact, Bogart, I don't know what your plans are, but earlier I left you alone so you could rebuild, and now I humbly ask the same in return.
You did, sir. You did. And that kindness has not been forgotten. Believe it or not, all those actions put a wrinkle in my plans. I'm gonna proceed as planned up until the point where I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay,
So-
wait, hear me out though, birds. Cats have 3 sawmills currently. They are at 12 points. They will have 6 wood on next turn if we do nothing.
This is true.
Which is huge. And likewise, it could be huge to you to get a 4-point burst after that turmoil.
JR, these are your cards here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 4 cards in hand.
And remember, there are no
No
ambushes left.
Fighting is safe until the deck reshuffles.
I will say this: none of these cards are birds. Most of them are pretty useless to me.
Okay.
Then, I mean, the cats are going to have to spend at least 1 to 2 actions on their turn doing some combination of marching and or recruiting, just so that way they don't leave a bunch of open cardboard. So I mean, again, JR could be bluffing with the amount of bird cards. So we could see like a double or triple build next turn, which would be rather scary. But if it doesn't get the cats the win, that just opens up more points of vulnerability from the other 3 factions, and we kind of have enough strike force power at this point. So I would not come down too hard, if at all, on the cats at this stage in the game. I think it's kind of whichever other 3 factions are trying to burst up ahead and are willing to take the heat.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Man, this might be a very poor. You know what? We're having fun.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. It is the dawn of the 5th turn.
Thank you.
The war is afoot. Blood has been shed. People have been propped up and chopped down, and the Erie is looking at a new leader, and the commander has different thoughts as to how to lead this faction compared to the despot. So first, we are going to add some cards to the decree. I'm going to add Erie Emigre to my recruit decree, and that will be that for adding cards to the decree. In daylight, I'm going to craft Propaganda Bureau.
Oh.
Ooh,
I'm a crafting
spicy.
man. So I do like to craft. Oh no, I'm sorry. Before I do that, this is the I'm thinking of using false orders now. JR,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something that is very kind for you this turn.
Wow.
Because I know the raw potential of a hostile Vagabond, you did take out the tent, and I think the one person who hasn't been chopped down is the Vagabond. And so I'm actually going to false order you, JR. I'm going to false order 2 cats back to here.
With the exchange being hit that Vagabond. Is that the... Am I safe to assume that?
Give me a moment.
Sure.
I would love for you to hit the Vagabond, but I will also be hitting the Vagabond.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think the hammer's coming down.
I don't
so-
think you're
so
able
that
to
was-
hit the Vagabond this turn, right? Like,
Well,
unless you prop Bureau a
I'm
cat.
crafting Propaganda Bureau. And now I'm in daylight, and so once during daylight, I will utilize Propaganda Bureau to spend a card to remove an enemy warrior from a matching clearing. I have
That's expensive for you.
a
This
sword.
is true. Yeah.
Prop Bureau is great though, like especially
Yeah.
just get more recruits for commander. Yeah.
And did you do your recruit already or you're doing it before you do your decree?
Yeah, I have not resolved the decree yet,
Okay, cool.
and so I prop bureaued one of the cats that I put here. And this was the thing. When all those warriors got wiped, I went, oh no, I can't prop bureau here to hit the VB.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We got there. So I'm going to resolve the decree. I'm going to put out one bird. I have one recruit. I guess I will put him. I guess I'll put him here, down here, in this lightly defended roost that may become contested in the very near future. We'll see. That was my one recruit. I have a move action. Move to. I think I'm going to move one warrior. I'm going to move one warrior from this bottom bunny clearing up to Texas. And now on my battle action, I will battle the Vagabond.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Okay. So it's 1 and 1, but obviously you can choose if you want to partisans.
I
Oh,
will
we've got
partisans.
commander as well. So
Yeah, so
And
you can do up to 3 hits if you partisans or 2 hits if you don't.
I choose 3 hits.
Okay, cool. All right, because you have no hand, so there's no cost for this. All right, cool.
Correct.
I'll
And
go ahead and damage coins, 1T, and I really don't want to damage my boot.
I will get rid of my warrior because you did hit back.
Yes, I did hit back. And we're already hostile, so no changes there. Maybe it's the
And
satchel.
while you damage things, I'll do the rest of so that's the rest of my decree. The decree has been resolved. I'm going to score 3 victory points for the roosts. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to draw 2 cards. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, I think it's gonna have to be my.
Have you decided yet, Robbie?
Yeah.
I'm
The
sorry,
satchel is
Kelvin.
gonna be the third item.
Okay.
I'm just gonna figure it out. This will probably change some things happening on my turn soon.
Okay, let me get that wood out. Alrighty. Into daylight, time for crafting. First thing I'll craft is some travel gear. Oh, can I? Yes, I can. Okay, there's boots available. So that's 1 point. And a boot. Crafted items. And then the second thing I'll do is League of Adventurous Mice with my mouse crafting workshop, I suppose. That'll be my
Nice.
crafting. And quick question, because I've actually never used the league cards.
Oh, cool.
When you exhaust an item to
Yes.
battle or move. I'm not a vagabond, right? So I don't have root T to.
It will never be
unexhaust.
refreshed.
Got it. Okay, so it's a one-time use.
And when I trade, if I aid you and get it, it comes to me refreshed.
Oh, okay, understood.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, that'll be a little gift for you in the future.
Finally, the fourth boot.
He's gonna go zooming. Great. Okay, so into my actions. 3 actions. I gotta start building up my stuff. What's the play? Oh man, it'd be nice to have more birds. I can only can I only build in clearings that I rule?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
You can also build in clearings that the goats rule because of how staggering presence works.
Yeah,
Right,
so
but
you
this fox clearing over here, I do not rule because the Eerie.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, it's looking like you've got this clearing over here and this clearing over here that you can get to.
Mm-hmm. Unless I want to start moving around.
Yeah. Or you could build within, because that clearing has an available space.
I do have a slot there. That's true.
You got 3 slots. Yeah.
Cats
3
have
slots
6
without
wood,
expending
though,
any
you know.
movement or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
JR, I think I speak for everyone when I say don't mess with Texas. I don't speak for everyone, honestly. I just speak for no
yourself.
one. There's no buildings there at all. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas is looking good, man. I don't know what to tell you.
It's looking very close to the commander, is what it's looking like.
Yeah.
No, you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
build at your own risk.
Yeah, good point.
As far as commander,
This is the
risk, I
turn.
think
This is the turn you have to shore up your defenses before.
You're absolutely
gets
right. Yeah, I don't want to
rolling.
play it too risky.
And I wouldn't worry about any aggression coming from me on my next turn. I'm planning to, in fact, actually probably help you bolster
Great.
your defenses because I think propping you up is beneficial for the table at large.
Sure. Okay, cool. Then in that case, I'm gonna spend 3 wood to craft another recruiter, which is going to be 3 points. Craft it up there. So 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you just gave
I think
yourself
that was just
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
You need to
That
give
was just
yourself
two.
another
it's
point.
Just two. I see. Okay. No.
you go.
So I should be here, right?
No. You
So-
started where the vagabond was, and you gave yourself 3 points, so you should be where the Eerie are.
You should be here.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Nice.
Cool. Great. So that's one action. Second action is going to be some recruiting. Do I have enough warriors for that? I have exactly enough. Nice.
Perfect.
Not that I turmoil or anything, but
No.
efficient.
All cats on board. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you get
That's,
to mark an achievement on your sheet
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
that.
say that's a root achievement.
That's where I met all the folks I'm playing with today. We all met at RootCon. It's
Very
quite
good
fun.
time.
Not a sponsored stream, by the way,
True that.
but it was a fabulous time.
All right, and then I'm going to march for my last action. I will retreat out of Texas. That is all yours, my friend.
Okay.
Well,
and-
I have a question. Before you finish that march,
Sure.
are you instead considering maybe like building just to get some of the wood off the table? Because at this point, I'm a little nervous about, because if either the goats or the birds hit you, or if they both hit you, somebody's ending up with quite a bit of points from this clearing in particular.
I mean, I had my shot. Like, the False
Yeah.
Orders was the best shot I
think
had at that.
I'm mostly scared about the birds right now.
Yeah, Kelton, I thought about that, and honestly, the way I see it is he doesn't have enough actions right now to punch through if I really hunker down.
That's true.
I have a ton of recruiters, so if he eats through my cats, that's fine. And if he gets through them, he just hits some wood, which I'm cool with losing. But if I build, that leaves myself pretty open and vulnerable. So I'm down to just have well, anyway, that's
You
all I'll
do
say.
also have your league, so if you only need to march for a single movement, you could just build and then exhaust your boot.
Wow, I didn't even consider that. That's a really
Yeah.
good point. That is a very good
That's
point.
a very good idea too, because the vagabond might just take that boot. So before you have a chance to use it again.
No, you're totally right. I should use it now.
Yeah, I am planning to aid you on my turn, so you should get mileage out of it right now.
Totally. I just forgot that I had crafted that in the first place.
It's okay.
Yeah. Cool. So then I will move out of Texas, as I said, and I have a third action. So, yeah, you betcha. I think I'm going to build another sawmill, or should I build a workshop? I might build a workshop. What's that do for me? How many points? That's still 2 points.
Workshops are traps. Sawmills are
You
the way
think
to
so?
go.
They're bait.
I would say the first 2 workshops are really solid because this one gets you 2 points for. Oh, whoops! I'm looking at the wrong section. Sorry. This workshop is really solid because it gets you 2 points for 1 wood. Unlike the other ones in the column.
Okay, yeah, I
If
think
you
I
have
agree with you guys.
some crazy craftable, then you could
Nothing too crazy.
try and shoot for the moon. But...
All right, then in that case, it'll just be a sawmill up here. No, you know what? I'll build it over here, closer to my stuff.
Nice.
And I'll be 3 points. 1, 2, 3, and 2 cards, and my turn. Pass.
So I know we just talked the cats into building a 4th sawmill, but just look at how good that is.
No, I know. Well, I mean, the commander's going to be, crashing into the cats because I'm not really worth anything, and you don't really provide a lot of points usually. So
Yeah, I'm giving you guys points for free without you having to do anything.
that's true. That's true. You do accelerate the points.
That's right.
I mean, I suppose there is. Before I take my turn, it is worth considering. This may be a decisive point where I could coalition. And Huey, how do you feel like our odds are if we were to combine our efforts? I'm just curious.
I mean, if I don't have you attacking me and I have you giving me cards, I think maybe we could do it.
Yeah, because you love cards.
I do love cards, yeah. So yeah, if you want to play that kind of game, I'm down.
I mean, I'm just sitting here and looking, and because I see one of 2 paths for this turn. One is I go for the coalition play, and then we try and put our heads together and see if we can come out on top of the big top, of course. Or I just continue along my merry way, and I think I'm only seeing this as maybe like a 3-point turn, which isn't horrible, but it's kind of a little slow. I mean, I'm not really planning to attack you on this turn, so I might press my luck for a bit and see, and then maybe if you pull ahead of one of the other factions, that might change coalition realities, which might be more tempting for me.
Lol.
So I think I'm gonna try and hold out for one more turn, but
all right.
There's a mercenary for hire among the woodland. You hear whispers, so keep that in mind, friends. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it is time for me to slip if I so choose, and I do choose, so I'll slip over here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I fix up my satchel, I'll have still room for one more, and I think my satchel is unfortunately going to be the repair target this turn. So, ooh, or there's something really interesting I could do this turn. actually. So if I get... So I'm at 7.
I'm going to be away from keyboard for just a moment.
Of course. So put me at 7. I get 2 more items. Put me at 9. So other option is that I stay here at 8, go down to 7, get 2 more items, put me at 9, and then I'd have to pitch 3 items. Okay, this might be a little bit nuts. But this might be my best shot, and even if things go south, I might have the coalition to fall back on. So let me try this. Okay, so for sure I'm going to be exhausting the torch to open up the ruin, and it's the boot, of course. So that brings me from 13 to 14. Okay. Then we're going to... And I can move again if I really need to end up somewhere. Are there any... I can't make any of the other quests work right now. Okay, this might be where things get a little nuts. Okay, I will go ahead and exhaust a sword, right? Because it's... Or I exhaust boot. I still want my hammer to be fixed. Yeah, I think it'll be the boot. That makes sense. Okay, I'll exhaust a boot, and I'm going to give a matching card to the cats, and I'll take the boot that you have. Comes to me unexhausted. I will go ahead and exhaust a boot to move over here, and then... Yeah, there's no way for me to... Because let's see. So right now that's 7, 9, 10, and I'd have to get rid of 4 items. 3. And then maybe the bag. That's kind of weird, but I could pull it off.
Just gonna lose all your items, man?
I might actually be pivoting into discount vagrant. I'm considering pitching my swords and then just going like full aid strat on the cats.
Okay.
Yeah, because that will give me the burst if I'm able to keep up with coins and quests and such.
I mean, you still want items for aiding, though. Like, you don't want to lose too many.
So the other option is, of course, that I just like repair my satchel and then just like throw away like a boot and something else inconsequential. The cats are not as incentivized to, spend an action hitting me, but I mean, like they'll do it to break the allied status.
I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but I don't
know.
want to. We're buddies.
Yeah, we're buddies. I mean, I don't. Because, of course, me getting full allied and keeping my swords is like a huge liability for the cats, because then I just, move as allies out of a clearing and then come back and kill everything, and then we stay friendly. And I just scored like 3 points.
Oh god, I forgot that's a thing.
Exactly. Now, of course, the reason why I wouldn't do that is I don't think the cats represent like the biggest threat. I do think, the 2 militant factions are more well positioned than I am right now. Yeah, so maybe I just gotta trust. I've been playing a pretty honest game with Vagabond here, so maybe I don't go completely off the rails just yet. So In that case, I will go ahead and repair my satchel. And then I will go ahead and aid the cats 2 more times. So I'll give you 2 cards that match.
Okay.
That brings us to allied status. So I gain 2 points. Puts me up to 16. And is there anywhere I want to move? Not really. This is kind of a fine place to be, I suppose. Okay, so we're going to, or yeah, no, because there's nothing else that's worth exhausting. Actually, no, there is. I will go ahead and exhaust a boot, and I'm trying to be friends. So here's another card for you, and now that we're allied, that's another 2 points for me.
Too many cards.
No such thing, especially not with what I gave you. All right, cool. So that's going to be my turn. So I am currently at 9 items, and I need to discard 1. So I'll go ahead and remove this boot from the game. Okay, and that should be everything. I draw a single card. Oh, and the deck is empty. Let me just double check that there's no dominances that ended up in there. Nope. And refill, reshuffle. Okay.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Solid turn, Vagabond.
Thank you. I'm just trying to keep up. I don't play high level Vagabond very often.
Okay.
Dewey,
Yeah, what's up?
I think we need to have a conversation before you do your turn. I just want to know what your intentions are with this turn, because it's getting to that point, and sometimes we need each other. Sometimes we need to hit each other. But I just want to know what you perceive the state of the world to be.
So I mean, we've got you, Erie, with 4 roosts, which is giving you 3 points a turn, and you're recruiting 1 warrior a turn. I don't see you as a big threat, except for in terms of how scared I am of you militarily. Just with your, 2 extra hits you could do and 2/3 of the suits. So, yeah, if I were to hit you, it would be to prevent you from hitting me. But I'm not scared of you as much as I'm scared of the cats here. Like, the cats with 4 sawmills, and also, as I said, like, the goats get a lot. Like, the cats get a lot from the goats in terms of points and area control. And so, I mean, right now I'm just trying to find a place to reform to. Like, the vagabond and the birds are like so far away from each other that's making it hard to have a big party. Probably just gonna have to settle for a medium party. But yeah, I mean, I am gonna have some extra actions. I'll probably steal a card from a couple people. That's probably the extent of what I'm doing this turn, is performing and stealing.
Okay. Any intentions of getting rid of cats? Because I can definitely do that. I would hope you don't steal from me, if that's a possibility, just because I fully intend. I'll give you my intentions. I intend to attack the cats. I'm not going to put a card in build, so I'm not going to be at it. So I'm going to stay at 3 points. It's going to be really hard for me to chew through all of his warriors, so I realistically won't get cardboard points, or a lot of cardboard points. So I really am going to police the cats on my turn.
Okay, so I'll make a
if you
deal with
steal
you.
from him.
I won't steal from you as long as you don't prop hero me. Does that sound good?
I can be amenable to that, yes.
Okay, we got a deal. All right, sweet. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and recruit. I'm gonna talent scout over here. I've got all my warriors but one on the board, which leaves me at 4 actions. So we're gonna go ahead and move over here, and we are gonna pitch and drag a bird over here with us. That's 2 of the actions. Next action.
Did you drag a cat? Or are you only allowed to drag one at a time?
Just one at a time, yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm gonna attack the cats here. Cats, do you ambush?
I do not.
Okay. Okay, sad. That's both my goats dead. And I'm just gonna steal a card from you, so since you're in first, it's gonna be a random card.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Cool. Do you want to just drag from my hand then?
Yeah, I'll just
I
take
can
one
flip
out.
them upside down first. One sec. There we go.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will attack. Oh, nope, I'm dead, so I can't attack the vagabond now. Dang. Okay. What do I want to do then? I guess I'll move to Texas for fun. Okay. Cool. Crafting time. I'm gonna go ahead and craft saboteurs. Anyone who harasses me with their crafted improvements is gonna not have it for long. I'm not gonna charm offensive because you were all ahead of me, and yeah. But I am going to. Sure, yeah. I'm gonna perform using a rabbit and a mouse card. So that's 2 points for those. And then a point because the birds have an accolade marker, and a point because cats have an accolade marker.
Dang.
Um,
Good show.
I'm not in first place, nor am I tied for first, so my Critics Corner goes to Jeers. So that's one less card I'll be drawing. Then we're going to Praise. I'm going to give an accolade marker to birds. And then I'm going to spend a bird card to give an accolade marker to cats. So each of you get a point.
Okay.
Okay, that's all done. I'm just drawing 2 cards and pass the turn.
Well, it is the dawn of the 6th turn.
There's realistically only another 2 to 3 turns left of the game.
The goats, are we afraid of the goats? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 warriors on the board right now. Yeah.
They can always
Only
get
2 cards in
more
hand.
before their actions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough because they could do some pretty good scoring on their upcoming turn, but I don't think they're the biggest threat just because in order to take out a big top, you would have to go through a lot of goat warriors, and I think your resources, Erie, are best spent against the cats because they're someone who can pretty reliably or reasonably like get the points they need to get to the end, but I guess it kind of depends. It might not. I might be misevaluating there, so don't
Yeah,
Don't take away.
you got to keep in mind that I'm not as much of a burst scorer, so I'm still
Yeah.
at least 2 turns, maybe 3 away from winning. And the goats are, I'd say, 1 to 2. Probably not 1, probably not, but they can get a lot of actions and a lot of points next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at what goats can do, they've got 2 cards in hand right now. If they get everyone in the same clearing, that's a minimum of 6 points, perhaps like 7 or 8 points if they steal some cards or whatever. So that's a lot of points. It's worth considering taking out. goats. But cats are also in a very strong position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I also just think you're better positioned, Erie, to deal with the cats as opposed to the goats. But I don't really know what you're planning to do with your decree, so I can't say for sure.
I mean, if I deal with the cats, then the cats are going to focus on rebuilding, as opposed to maybe fighting the goats. But I can't ignore the cats. I think I have to focus
think
my
you're right.
efforts towards the cats right now.
Yeah, no ill will. Do your thing.
Okay. I'm going to add League of Adventurous Mice to my battle decree. That is it for Birdsong. In Daylight, I'm going to craft Fox Partisans.
No, the
have
triple
another achievement.
partisans with the commander.
That's very
That is
sick.
horrifying.
You achieved unlimited power.
And with Prop Bureau too. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
I feel like I'm collecting more of the stones, the Infinity Stones on my gauntlet. Or because of the board and the factions, would you say I'm a triple threat?
It's true, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That didn't go over as well as I wanted it to. Let's see. I'm going to resolve the decree. I'm gonna toss a bird up here in the top left clearing just to keep that protected. I'm now going to move. So I want to get it up to 4.
I hope you're also planning on Prop Bureauing because with the current board state,
Yuri's
like,
out of cards. They can't
I
prop Bureau.
wish, but I'm
Oh.
out of cards. Yeah.
No wonder. You were so amenable to not Prop Bureauing me. That's so funny.
Yeah, he twisted my arm on that one. I could go here with my Texas. I can go here with my Texas Warriors, and attack. I could send maybe someone up here to attack. This would definitely hit him in a good way. He's got his sawmills nicely spread out, nicely done.
I'm more worried about your decree. Like, you get 1-3-3 roll or 1-2-2 roll, and you could turmoil. Like, you don't have any backup. Well, okay, I guess you do have some backup battles, actually.
No, yeah, I
You're a bit
tackle
safer than I thought. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, because it's militant versus militant, right? It's Godzilla versus King Kong. I will take on the big clearing with all the warriors, and then hopefully the insurgents can maybe do some other hitting in some other smaller clearings. I will leave you to it. We're tied for rule here,
Yep.
so I can move into this clearing. And now for the battle decree, Jordan, I would love to battle you here. Do you have an
Please
ambush?
do. I'm not going to ambush.
Please do. Make my day. Ooh,
All right,
okay.
so that's 4, correct?
It's 4 for you and then 1 for me.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Okay.
You saving those
And
kitties
I am-
now?
Did you want to field hospital any of those cats?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Ah,
You don't have a mouse?
Your
to
hand
say-
is stacked.
That's 4 cats?
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, let me explain my thinking. I'm like, I already have so many recruiters, but I guess then there's on the
You're
board now
probably
I have
about to
spend
lose
action.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Because you have a second battle, right?
Okay. No,
Bogart?
you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Okay. So then I'll put the 4 over here.
those guys are topsy turvy.
Yeah. I'll flip.
They've been
okay.
through some rough times.
Yeah,
They didn't
they're
know what
just
hit them.
they're
Where am I?
practicing. They're practicing for when the Marquise inevitably terminates their service and they go to join the circus.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They want the
Yeah.
ghosts and devils.
And now, yeah, I'm really not subject to point bursting right now. So I think I gotta scoop up some points where I can. And then yeah, so I'm gonna hit here again.
Okay. No ambush. Yep, that'll do it.
All right. So 3 for me and 1 for you.
Yeah. Yeah, 3. Right. So okay, I get rid of 1. Will not field hospital him, and then I can choose how to get rid of these. I think I'll just get rid of the recruiter. So that's 2 points for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 2 points for me, and now I'm in my the decree has been resolved. In my evening, I'm going to score once again 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And I will draw 2 cards. 1, 2. I can just hit the 2. And now I am. That's my turn.
All right.
Okay. Solid turn.
Yeah. Well done. Okay. Cool.
I did what I could.
So I will get out my wood. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome. So, first thing first is crafting. I will craft a visit to. Wait, is there boots?
There are boots.
Yes. All right, cool. Then visit to friends, which is 1 point. Boot. And I will. Yeah, I'll craft swap meat as well.
You've already used 1 rabbit crafter, so I don't think you have 2
Oh.
rabbit workshops, do you?
I see. So, okay, I didn't actually realize that about root. Once you use 1, you can't use it for something else.
That's
Correct, until the next turn.
Understood. Okay, then I will not craft that. Yeah, that's good to know. Cool, that'll be my crafting then. Okay.
Speaking as a designer, I don't think it's a bad idea to throw a single battle at the goats, or more if you feel so inclined. Designer out.
It's worth considering. It's just my actions are so valuable at this point in the game, and part of me is like, well, yeah, I guess that directly impacts your actions, huh?
It does.
You could have a big march up north.
I could.
And you do
Yeah.
have the League of Adventurous Mice action as well that you
Yes.
could use to battle. So
That's a great point. Okay, yeah, I think I'll send my topsy-turvy. Oh no, they're flipping. Oh,
no.
It's time to get serious. They know what they have to do.
Yeah, they're dialing in for battle.
Okay, I'm gonna march them up, and then over here, plop them down, and that's action 1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna exhaust this boot to battle you up here.
Okay, no ambush.
Okay. Something good. I'll take it.
I won't actually destroy any of your cats. I'll just take a card from you.
Makes sense.
Just give
And
me
since
whatever
I'm in-
card you want.
I'm not in first. Okay.
You're not in
great.
first, so it's a
Yeah.
card of your choice.
Cool.
Oh,
Then,
Crownish combat
here
is
you are.
not just when you attack.
Yeah.
Anytime in battle.
And as well.
Yikes.
But I cannot take any more cards from you because I've already done it once towards you this turn.
Okay, good to know. Cool. Okay, 2 more actions left. I shall. What will I do? What am I gonna do? This might seem weird, but that's fine. I'm gonna make a workshop in that circus clearing. So that's 2 wood, I think. Yeah. Oops. Cool.
2 wood and 2 points.
2 points. Yep. Whew, okay, and then I have 1 more action. And how many wood do I have? Just 1, right? Yeah. No, I have 2. Don't I? 1, 2. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have 1 more action. You said.
Yeah, I'm just debating where I want to go. or what I want to do. Yeah, that's fine. I will spend my remaining 2 wood. 1, 2, to build a recruiter in my keep clearing. Just another 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I will Hawks for Hire. And I will march. I'll march 2 guys down here. And maybe...
You're pretty heavily defending that workshop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
do you have coins in hand? Is that what's happening?
I'm just trying to defend my...
Or coffin makers, in
my
case the
heaps.
game slows down, because they only need a couple
I have
points.
coffin
my
makers.
builds.
But there's a saboteurs, so it's probably coins.
Yeah, there's no way that cats do not have coins right now.
I don't know what you guys are talking about anyway.
Well, we've been through the whole deck and nobody's crafted them, so I guess I could be holding on to some, but I've been aiding like a whole bunch of stuff. So, and I have not seen any of them.
I will draw 2 and then end my turn.
Okay, excellent turn, Jayor. Let's see here. So I only get to refresh 5 of my 6 items. So I think it's going to be the 2 boots, the 2 swords, and the hammer. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So I am going to slip. I'm going to slip over here for this mouse clearing.
Flip to that mouse clearing. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we can kind of talk about it. It's sort of hard, though not impossible, for me to get anywhere. I was planning to set back the cats this turn and do so in a way that doesn't open up too much cardboard for the Eerie. Because, I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible for me to... Well, not theoretically. It is possible for me to, like, slip and then move twice. Actually, no, because of the lone Eerie here is protecting the goats, so... And I'm also not that worried about the goats standing, even with a potential big, like, burst point turn. Somebody, and I mean, I'm going to be doing my part on my turn, but people are going to have to start, you know, coming down on the leaders. I know we've been doing that, you know, I'm not saying anyone's been derelict in their responsibilities. You know, we have to kind of slow down the front runners if the 2 factions in behind in the back of the pack get it, you know, want to have a chance. So I think I'm going to be able to set the cats back a little bit, and hopefully not open up just a pathway for an Eerie win. Potentially setting the cats back with what I have envisioned might also give them the win.
Totally forgot what... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you wanted to try and break our alliance, it would come at expense of either actions you need elsewhere or cards if you're Hawks for hiring. So I was kind of counting on, you know, it was a little hard. It's not going to be too bad for you, I think, because you're still in a pretty good place and you're trying to make those coins happen. So I guess, well, then before I slip, Bogart, do you feel that there's a reasonable chance that you can take out this workshop over here?
I can. I don't see what the value is. You think he has a team?
I mean,
if we don't take out at least 1 cat workshop, they get coins.
It needs to be a rabbit workshop, though.
Yeah, this is just a mouse one.
Oh, it needs to be a rabbit. You're right. I'm so sorry.
So he's here and here.
That's true. So I guess maybe the goats are going to be doing that then?
I mean, I can... I only have 3... I don't know if I'll be able to.
Does it have to be me? That's really going to impact what I can do this turn.
I mean,
but
Kelton, this is pretty simple, right? You can slip here with all of his warriors.
yes.
Oh,
and
that's
then
true.
fight, and then move up here and fight. So I still get 2 buildings because I was planning of maybe
I got
getting this clearing just to get the recruiter in the sawmill. But I think you're right.
I
That's
forgot
kind of
about that allied thing. Damn,
the
that's
better
gonna
one.
be
I know
great.
allied is it's a dangerous beast.
Don't do it.
No one leaves.
I should have
level
beat you
3
up. I totally forgot. that
open
you
for
could do
long.
that.
I
I
know
shouldn't
it
have
was.
hit the goats. Yeah.
I mean, hitting the goats was also kind of helpful, but yeah.
No,
I think
you're
I'm
right.
definitely,
In terms of cat game, you definitely should have hit the vagabond, but we
it
all
is. I'm
we
the
all
bigger threat
forgot.
right now to your near certain chances of victory. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and slip up here, and I will heavily defend the keep. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Move
you.
that for a second.
And Robbie, I will give you the yellow gem for your cleverness.
Oh, thank you. Well, it was really you were the smart one. So okay. So
I'll
that was my
this
slip, and
myself,
then
the,
I will
yellow
exhaust a
one.
boot to move back, and I will exhaust a. I mean, this isn't going to ruin my hostile status, so let me just double check that I don't need to do any last minute aiding right now. No, okay. I will exhaust a sword to take out your workshop. Would you like to ambush?
I would not.
Okay, so I'll go up to 19. Here's your workshop back. I will go ahead and boot and sword to take out the sawmill that's here. Would you like to ambush?
Oh.
Okay, so that's another point for me. And think. So let's see. So if I do this, I'm going to be at 6 items exhausted next turn, and I will want to be at maximum capability. So I'll go ahead and exhaust my hammer to fix up my tea kettle. Okay, not the big point turn I was looking for, but slowed down the cats some. So I will take a single card because I still have broken coins.
Kelton, you couldn't have aided him in any way to pick up 2 points?
I might be saving that for a future turn because if I
see.
aid him too many things too soon, he might be able to overwork and or use Hawks for Hire to just get ahead.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I could lose my allied status before that next turn, so it is a worthy consideration. But my quests are pretty solid if I have to abandon that plan.
I will be saboteuring the rabbit partisans.
Ooh.
After not attacking you with the rabbit partisans either.
Yep.
I
So
understand.
that you'll never have the chance to. That is correct.
Well, we took out the coins play at least, so that's something. But yeah, it's a little.
True.
A
Well,
little
the reign of my
spooky.
triple threat has come to an end.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for a second.
It was a glorious turn, though. Glorious time. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to talent scout into here. So we have. Okay, where are all my warriors? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the board. Okay, cool. Yeah, I should probably use this in that way. Okay, so I've got 3 actions. Gonna go ahead and yeah, there's just no way to really get the vagabond where I want them, so I'm just gonna have to give up on them as an audience member. Where are you at here? You've got 3 points. That gets you to 26, and then you need 4 points of cardboard.
Yeah, I
Which
don't see how.
which you could possibly do if you took out both mouse clearings. Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't have the movement to do so.
I mean, I guess, well, you could add 2 cards to movement. Maybe you could make it work. Maybe not. Okay. Well, I feel like the cats have been. Well, I don't know. They have 3 sawmills. That gets them 3 wood, which I don't know. Maybe cats have it on their turn, maybe not. I don't know.
It's 2 points. If they have a tea in their hand, they can craft it.
I don't have a tea.
2
Allegedly.
points, and then another 2 points,
wouldn't
and then
lie.
1 cardboard point.
You could have a satchel. Dead
Alright,
silence
I think
on the radio waves from that one.
No satchel.
I'm gonna go ahead and just use my first action to go over here, and I'm gonna battle the birds. Birds, do you ambush me?
Oh man, you're gonna battle me and take one of my cards?
Yeah,
I understand. I guess.
I gotta do it.
All right, do what you gotta do. No ambush.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and give me whatever card you want, because yeah, I can use Clannish Combat on a 0/0 so that's fun.
I'm gonna give you yeah, I don't see what the problem with this one is. Yeah, all right. Oh shit. Sorry. Oh, excuse my language on the stream.
All right, so that was a move and a battle. Let's make sure I rule over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 rule. Yeah, that's enough to rule there. Got 1 more attack, and I think I gotta attack the cats and hopefully take away their chance at winning. Cats, do you ambush?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you kill me and then just give me a random card.
Sure. Oh, yes.
Now,
right.
Now, can you do that? Because you already did that once on your turn. When does your turn start and stop?
Okay, so how Clownish Combat works is it's once per faction per turn. So I could do it to all of you, as long as all of you have more points than me. It's kind of like a comeback mechanic.
Right. And since I attacked you on my turn, you just couldn't do it again on my turn.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Understood.
Then, yeah, feel free to grab one at random from my.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't think that was game changing, so that's a shame. Okay. Cool. So that's all the actions. Now we come to crafting. I will go ahead and craft swap meat. Then it is charm offensive. I'll go ahead and give a point to vagabond and hope I don't regret it.
I'm moving the vagabond. I don't think Hilton's here right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and perform. I'm gonna spend a rabbit card that matches that big top, and then an extra fox card, so that's 2 for those. And then Yuri have 2 accolade markers, and cats have 2.
2 as well.
Ooh.
So that was
Quite a showstopper.
It was a 6-point performance there.
That one had 2 encores.
That's right. And then we're gonna go ahead and give. I think it's too dangerous to give a point to cats, but it's also too dangerous to give a point to birds. But I must give a point to one of you. So
I don't think I can get there.
I guess we'll give it to birds.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Jordan. Or Jor.
I'm slow. I've been beat down. I'm not sure I can get there on my turn at all. But birds, if they build enough roosts and eat enough cardboard, they can get there, especially with Commander.
I feel like 1 point is always a greater liability than Yuri, because they can just sit tight and.
Okay, to cats it is. To cats it is.
It's a hard choice either way, for sure.
Oh, and the cats get a point. Oh man! All right, now I gotta really beat them down.
Okay, I'm not in first still, so we're on Jeers. But I did uncover my last draw icon on the accolade, so I do get to draw 3 cards. I'll pass the turn.
Okay. It is the dawn of turn 7, and possibly the last turn of the game.
Possibly.
I didn't get the little notification that it's my turn.
Oh, my bad. There we go.
There we go. Well, I was stripped of one of my cards. Not that it was a big game changer, but now I'm forced to put this card in my decree. And the question is, where do I want to put it? Hmm. Okay.
So, Birds, if you're not planning on winning, really hope you're taking out a sawmill or two.
That's definitely part of the plan. The question is one or two. That's the question. Goats. What's your chance of winning next turn? It's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely think I win if no one else wins before me, but
Definitely, yeah.
I feel like birds have a really good shot right now, and I feel like cats have a really good shot right now. So, I mean, if birds want to police cats so they don't win, and cats want to police me so that I don't win,
Then that just sets up a victory for me.
Yeah.
Jayor, thoughts, man?
My thoughts are that you need to make plays this turn to get to 30 points, or the game is over for you, I think, and for everybody.
Is it possible? I need 8 points. I'll get 3 on my build. Yeah, I need to get 5 points somehow. It's not happening, unfortunately.
Well, you need like one card in move and one card in build, right? Like that probably does. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm not doing all the math quite right, but
I hear you.
Yeah, I think it's an impossible decision because if cats aren't policed this turn, I do think they have it because they just need to put down a 3-point building and then like have a mouse craftable. So, but I also recognize that the circus is it's coming to a close. So,
Yeah, can you somehow
I'm
that
not
circus
really in a
there?
position. Actually, well, if you vacate, and I know you're not exactly free with your actions, but if you vacate this clearing, there's a chance that I can make something happen. Uh,
I can vacate.
Otherwise, yeah, if you can't vacate, I can't do anything about the
I mean
circus, so then-
the cats can attack the birds and remove the birds if they need to.
I also want to know,
That's-
I'm not nearly as close as it seems like I am, because I am the cats, and the cats are relatively slow. I'm not getting the pieces I need.
I know, but you're only 4 away, which is
Totally, yeah.
It is reasonable on one turn. There is a chance you don't have any of the bag cards, or what the one rabbit crafts are just the boots. So both boots have
Yep.
been crafted. So it's a question of but I mean, even if you don't have the mouse craftable, then you just have to take out somebody's cardboard, and the
Yeah.
roosts on the Erie's part are all pretty lightly defended. So I feel like if we don't, and of course the Erie goes before me, so if we do not set you back in terms of your sawmills and or your workshop, I think you have it. Like I think you can dedicate enough of your efforts, especially with a 4-card hand. There's potentially some birds in there, or some other, like, I don't know, maybe some overwork shenanigans that I haven't considered.
I'm gonna make some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some money moves, and I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, I think that's worth it at this point.
All right, I'm throwing copper makers into my move decree. I am going to now resolve my decree. So I'm going to recruit 1 in this bunny clearing. I'm going to move. I have 2 moves. My bunny move is going to be from this top clearing back to my fox clearing. My bird move is going to be these 2 birds. Yeah, just these 2 birds. Man, but if I move all 3, I could potentially get a 3. I gotta kind of play to my outs now.
Yeah, now's the
and
time.
I could hit all. If I rolled 3, I can get a 5 and knock out everything in this clearing in one fell swoop.
Can we talk about this rabbit move that you just did?
Yeah.
The reason why you did that was to help the vagabond, right?
Yeah, because he needs to get up there and hit you. So.
But he can't do that with you here anyway, and so that rabbit move doesn't really help at all.
Yeah, if you're gonna, I mean, there's a chance that your warriors end up going away, and or if JR takes out the birds that are there. But yeah, there's currently, even with slipping, not a way for me to get there anymore.
Hmm.
Well, actually, hold on a second. So if this Eerie Warrior is not here, and I slip into the forest, then I exhaust 2 boots to get here, I would then have to aid the cats.
Oh, did the cats have a boot? Oh.
The cats do have a boot. And then I could get here, and then I would be able to do my actions.
Okay, so there is
the cats. No. The cats won't exist in that top right clearing after my turn.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, because I can't do it here because that's 2 away. Yeah, it's your call then, Bogart, because I think unless you lose all 3 of those Eerie Warriors in the battle, I'm not going to be able to make it to the goats.
Okay, I don't think you can. Okay, I'm gonna make a slight revision to my decree. Then I'm going to put Coffin Makers instead of in move. I'm gonna put it in battle.
Okay.
Cool.
And hopefully we can make some magic happen. Again, chips will fall where they may, and
of course.
I trust everyone will act in some sort of self-interest.
Excellent.
Okay. We are now battling. I am first going to battle you here, Jay Orr. Would you like to ambush?
I would not. Please roll 2 zeros, sir.
Get that 3. Come on.
Come on.
2. Okay.
All right. So that still takes out everything, doesn't it?
No, it takes out 4 things.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll get rid of all my cats.
If you get rid of that sawmill, I won't hit you again, and I'll hit the I will hit the goats hopefully twice here, but definitely once.
But cats want to get rid of the workshop because it's 1 wood to 2 point conversion. So.
Yeah.
Right. But he's gonna hit me. He's gonna get rid of both anyway, is what he's saying.
He might not if he doesn't lose, because he also wants to set the goats back enough that they don't win on their turn, because I can't do anything about the goats. Whereas at the very least,
Yeah, Bogart, I gotta do. I gotta take any chance I can to keep my stuff. So I'm gonna get rid of the workshop. You're gonna have to hit it again, or you could let me have it, because again, I don't think I even have it necessarily.
Oh, he definitely has it. He definitely has it with that workshop now. 1 wood for 2 points, and then 2 more wood for 2 points is probably on the table.
What's the conversion? Yep. I'm confused. Maybe I'm missing something.
Like if he spends 1 wood to get 2 wood.
Yeah, go ahead, Theory.
Yeah, so this workshop will give you 2 points for 1 wood, and then you got 2 more wood, which will give you 2 more points.
Think about
so
that. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
He would have to do a march action. It depends on if he has birds, right? Because he needs a place to build. He doesn't.
I mean,
rule
certainly
here.
By this point, the cats have some birds in the hand.
How is that? Oh, did you put them there?
I mean, I can't. I don't. I think they've spent all the birds that I've aided them. Because I only gave them like 2, I think, across the whole game.
I'm also gonna field hospital, by the way.
Nice.
Okay. And there are the coins, or at least one of
There are
them.
the coins.
So I don't know. I mean, the odds are maybe a little better that they don't have a bird card, but it's still reasonable. But I don't know if it's reasonable enough for us to worry about, right? Like I get if you want to commit the rest of your 2 battles to, because here's the other thing, Bogart. Oh, right, because the cats go.
Wait, Birds, you're talking about like just attacking me twice with the last 2 battles?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Oh, you don't
No, I
need to
think you
worry
have to
about
take
that
out
because
the
I'm gonna
sawmill.
be ambushing you your first battle. So what? So like you don't even have to stress about it.
All right. Well, okay. Let's clear that then.
Well, then you have to have all you guys.
I'll battle you up here.
Okay, great. I'm gonna ambush you. Yeah.
Okay. Good ambush. All right. Well, we
That
got rid of that
sucks.
ambush. If that helps in any capacity. And I have one more battle. Oh, I did not give myself a point for removing that workshop.
Oh, please do.
I think you take out the sawmill. I think it's too good to pass up.
Now I take it out, and Jayor, still has forces up here, ambush free, hopefully, to
That's
attack.
true.
So, Jayor, I will battle your sawmill.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, assuming I'm gonna battle the goats down, I could, but then they just pop back up with Talent Scout.
But you're forcing them to spend cards, whereas if they aren't spending the cards recruiting, they get to spend the cards scoring.
If you get rid of my big top, then half my hand goes away, and my scoring potential goes down.
It's true.
And even just reducing their numbers limits their actions as well, for them to have some kind of, unforeseen play that we're missing.
So I'm removing the sawmill.
Okay.
Because there was no ambush, and I scored 1 more point. I now I will score 3 more points. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
And I will draw 2.
I will
draw 2 cards.
Guys.
I love how creepy this game is. We're just creeping up.
I know.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Do you have it?
Have what? No.
Do you?
The win? No, I don't.
Alright. Just making sure. I don't know.
I was
Maybe
not
there's
lying.
something I overlooked.
No. Maybe I shouldn't have been so obvious about my coins, but live and learn.
What are you gonna do? You need that second workshop.
Yeah.
It's impossible
Okay.
not to be obvious about your coins. It's just...
Okay. By the way, question, because I might be the least knowledgeable about Root, but wood, it can only transfer through clearings you rule, or do neutral
Correct.
clearings count? Okay.
No, it has to be clearings you rule. So you do need some cats dotting around to use that second
Understood. Okay.
wood.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here because I want to further my game, but I don't think I can get the win on this turn because I've just been slowed down so much that I don't think that there's a way out. Which means I could pivot to trying to beat down the goat so that they don't win. But if they don't win, then the Eerie certainly does.
I mean, if you beat down the goats enough. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Theory.
Oh no, you're about to say exactly what I'm going to say, which is
if you beat down the goats enough, both them and myself will have to deal with the birds, and depending on how things go, maybe a little bit you, but it's because now the Eerie is at a critical point where they basically need to not exist by their next turn.
Yeah, we need to turmoil them is what needs to happen.
Or just remove roosts, right? I have one roost that's lightly defended here, and then I'm sure you could gather forces and remove another roost, which would only put me down on 2 roosts, which
Sure.
is 1 victory point. So you could set me
Sure.
back.
Though we do have to consider, because your hand is 2 cards, so pretty unlikely, especially with the double suited battle. But we do have to consider like an end game where the Eerie just throws 2 cards in build on the last turn and gets 2 roosts down. So even just taking out like 2 roosts might not be enough. But I mean, obviously, it's just a consideration. But it's
You got Scottish combat. You have options.
And
We do have
what's
options.
also nice about the cats is that even if you're not like actively building stuff, you are like
You're
accumulating
stockpiling
wood, and so
Yeah, so I guess it's just gonna have to be do what I can to prevent other people from winning,
Mhm.
build up my supply of wood, and then hope.
Yep, and then
I can
hope that
take it.
opens the way to you. Because
Yeah.
I'm not going to like be going for your stuff.
Yeah. So then I guess it becomes a question like, let's say I do beat down the goats this turn as much as I possibly can. I mean, does that just open up the end game for the Eerie? I know we kind of talked about this, but I just want to be sure that, like, would it be more useful of my time to go after roosts?
Well, the thing is, if you don't go after the goats, because
They
I
just win.
can't get over there, the goats are just gonna go for the win.
Okay.
So
yeah,
have to
I
incentivize
have a
them.
sure victory right now unless
Understood.
you attack.
Okay, so I don't have too many choices then, that's fine. So then I'll just attack the top rabbit clearing and
Well,
Also-
okay, so here's another
Another-
thought. If
Yeah.
you march a single cat into here, the vagabond can get into there by aiding you and getting a boot.
yeah,
So that's something
That
to
does use a-
consider.
uses a march though.
It does use up a march. This is true.
Maybe that's fine.
It's an idea.
Jayor.
And I mean,
another thought. Another way to stop me, because I think it is possible to stop me from getting 3 points by next turn, and stop the goats. Like I don't think it's likely, but I think it's possible. If you put some warriors here and here or something, then the VB could come crusading into battle like here, with his allied march ability. Like there's ways that you can fight the goats and then fight me via the VB proxy.
So then let me ask the VB, Kelton. What do you think is? I think we're going to be working together here. Where would I be most useful to you? Position.
I think the goats, honestly, because it just with my current item lineup and also just the way the Eerie is spread out with the clearings, it's harder for me to it would take my whole turn to like get to 1 roost, which, we'd have to see how the battles against the goats go. And then maybe the goats and I can kind of strategize about where to consolidate our efforts, because the
Right.
goats can pop up somewhere to these lightly defended clearings over here in the corner.
Sure.
So I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because I don't have the ability to get here, I think that using your forces here is going to be the most useful thing you can do if we're trying to stop the win. But maybe
Cool.
I could be like overlooking something.
No, it's good. I think that you're right. Let's just start there, because I can always use my march as my last action if I need to. So Dewey, I'm gonna attack you in your big top there.
No ambush.
Okay. Let's hope for some big numbers.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Okay,
That's,
I am gonna to add insult to injury. I am gonna steal a card from you. So your
Sure
choice.
yeah. Then I will give you. Let me flip it. I'll give you this guy.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. That's why we're battling first and then marching last if needed. Second attack.
No ambush. Yep.
All right, 2 and 1. Now it comes down to the last. I don't have a bird card. Wish I did. If I did, I could have maybe done something. But I could just attack again, or Kelton, I could position some of my keep cats to give you a path up here and do something on your turn. What do you think does the most damage on him?
So you could roll up to 3 hits, which does do a breakpoint for their actions. Whereas if you move the cats, if you move some cats to give me an aid out,
so I can get there. I could maybe do up to 4 hits, but it's it's a little. It's not guaranteed, and it would take a lot of my turn. But I mean, it's kind of your call, I'd say.
You would still be able to do something.
I would be able to do something.
Selfishly, I need to be in clearings that have empty building slots, and I'd rather use that now than later. So I'm just going to hope that you can do something to them. They aren't able to finish it, which means that they can maybe do something to the birds. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
actually. So the Vagabond could actually do more than just 2 hits because of the allied warriors that are with you. So that's nice.
That's true. I could do up to 6 hits. You're right. On average, you do about 2 hits. So it's still probably on average I do 4, which is still a lot.
But this is where my concern is. I feel like we're ignoring the elephant in the room, which is like we're not doing anything to the roosts, right? So
That's true. I mean, but you only have 1 action left, so and I guess you could. Like, whether or not you use your last action to march warriors toward the Eyrie, I'm only in the position to deal with 1 Eyrie roost.
No.
So I think it'll... Oh, go ahead.
Too? I just realized it's gonna be really easy for Thuy to get. Obviously, cats are already here. It's gonna be easy for him to get a bird here, and it will be the last show on Earth because I have 2 accolades, and you, Jayor, you have 3 accolades. So that's already 5 points.
Yeah, I just win automatically unless you guys destroy the tops. The elephant in the room is in the circus tent. That's where it is.
Rightfully so. And then it would be up to the goats to try to hit a roost or 2 somehow, which they still would have the ability to, right? They have 5 cards in hand, so they can still make actions happen.
Sure. Okay, well, if I am in a moderate king-making position, which it seems a little bit like is happening, this is a showcase for the goats. I don't want to knock them completely out right at the end, right? So I'm going to do the selfish thing, which is set myself up for a turn that is probably not going to come, but might, and hope that the Vagabond can do something.
No, Jayor, this is it. If you don't hit...
But if they no, this is the right play because if Jayor does not put cats in that clearing, I can't get there to take out the big top.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You're gonna go try to do. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. So I'm just anyway, playing out my outs.
This makes sense.
Cool. Great. Those are my actions. So let me do some draw. I'm gonna draw 2 and pass my turn. Great. There's a bird. God damn it. Okay.
You can't.
I need to think here for a second. Let me just go ahead and refresh my up to 7 items. So 6. Okay.
I love how entangled this is. This is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we got there.
My comment about Euroru earlier was not a dig. It's fine.
No, of course not. It was just how the tempo of the game was going. Okay. I am sitting here at 21 points. I would need 7 points. No, I would need 9 points to win. I think I might have it.
Oh,
what a
go!
I'm going to try. So
yeah, you gotta.
Everyone, keep your eyes on the Vagabond because I don't want to mess this up. I want a clean win. And first of all, whether or not I have it, I just want to say everyone here has played an incredibly clean and fun game of Root. So, my accolades to all of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and slip here. Then I'm going to exhaust a boot to move with ally. So I'm taking the last cat that's guarding the keep
It's a lot of
over
points.
to Mousetown. Then I'm going to exhaust 3 items, and those 3 items will be my 2 tea kettles and my satchel.
No.
And I
He's
will
going-
aid you with 3 matching cards, cats.
No. Kelton, you're going for it, and I don't think you're going to get there. And now we will have the last show on Earth.
I don't know. That's
I mean,
6
we'll see.
points
Oh,
from
oh,
that.
oh, no. I gave you good stuff. It's
Okay.
fine. Okay. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not taking it back. Okay. So that gets me 6 points. So that puts me up to 27.
Yeah, this is clean. This is a clean victory, I
Okay.
feel like.
Then I use my boot to go back to the keep. I do
Uh-huh.
not bring a cat with me.
No matter how many I had there,
Oh, I
I
take it
couldn't have
back.
defended it.
Yeah.
You don't have a. Yep.
I will exhaust my first sword. Would you like to ambush Marquise?
I cannot. So do your thing.
Okay. So I just
Man.
need to not roll 2 0-0s.
Oh,
Okay.
good
So that
game.
is
That's
That's
Three-
the last
3 points?
4 points, really, because of
wow.
Wait, no.
points.
No, it's just
no, because
3.
I don't have a third sword. It's 3 points.
That's
but
right.
undefended, right? So. Oh,
The-
I see. Yeah.
Because
So 3
so
points.
2 from my swords and then 1 from undefended. So
Right.
that's it.
Wow.
That's the 9-point turn.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Ah.
Kelton, I misspoke. You definitely had
You've
it.
been
I was thinking you needed to go.
All
I was
of
thinking
you.
you needed to go hostile, but you
That was
you
beautiful.
absolutely
yeah.
did not.
Speaking of hostile, that was the turning point in the bad way for my game. I needed to hit the vagabond instead of the goats, and he's just been moving me around the board this whole
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
No, that's-
all
For all
gems,
the
Kelton.
gems. I'm flush
Wow.
with rubies now.
I was just
But I
so
guess,
like
you know.
tunnel visioned on like these guys don't know like how powerful the goats can be. Like they need to know when to hit the goats, and goats are in a really good position right now.
They were
Yeah.
springing up.
They
It was
were.
cool.
Yeah. Last show on Earth was coming up. I had my tickets.
Oh no, I had my tickets. I was gonna get invited. I could feel it.
Wow, that was a great game. That was incredibly fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think everyone was 1 turn away from scoring,
Yep.
which is always a great game. Kelton, I'm not gonna call myself a high level root player, but I've seen all high level vagabond play. It always involves an allied opponent, almost always. So.
Well, it's kind of hard to make it to allied in a
It's
lot of
very
high level
hard.
situations because people will usually even just throw away a battle to get that hostile chance.
Sure.
But there are some factions, like sometimes the Alliance or the Cats, where they want to spend their actions doing more impactful things and then just kind of hope that the Vagabond isn't going to like completely derail what they're doing. But full allied status is a pretty big liability. It's very powerful for the Vagabond.
Yes, very well,
Yeah.
very well executed.
I do agree with your point, though, that a lot of tournament games that I've played in, when I've seen other people play Vagabonds, like usually some kind of late game huge aid happens, especially when,
Right.
the combat isn't really shaking out or the items have not really gone in the Vagabond's favor. They can just kind of turn cards and items into points.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
Dewey, I love the goats disruption. They were very fun to play against, and also sometimes quite frustrating to play against, which is often the fun in an insurgent faction. So yeah, well designed. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you.
They-
Yeah, what were all your thoughts on the goats while we're talking about it?
So I felt that they oftentimes had a friendly feel, and throughout the game, it would. I feel like the energy towards the goats would wax and wane. Of oh no, these are good goats. These are good people. They're here to perform and help. And oh look, I can still build roosts. I don't need to rule here. Everything's hunky dory. And then you go, oh well, they have almost all of their goats out, so they have a lot of actions, and they're stealing everyone's cards. And this is it's like we're stuck on social media scrolling. Like that's the type of entertainment we're getting from the goats at that point. So we need to dial it
Doom
back in.
scrolling.
Lol.
Those are my initial thoughts, but who else?
I can share some thoughts, unless you wanted to go first, Jayor.
No, go for it.
Okay. So I really like the design of this faction, and I think, like all the design props to you, Huey, for making a faction that, perhaps very appropriately embodies like a balancing act. Like there's a lot of incentives for the Cirque de Goat to stay in the lead, to kind of help prop up people who are trailing behind in points. I think point acceleration in route, especially when the margins can be so thin, can sometimes be a little dangerous. It's why kind of the tower has a bit of a reputation, and things like coffin makers. But I like that there's an element of control with giving the points, right? It is very similar to the Charm Offensive card, which has a nice bit of politicking to it, even with the danger of giving, just 1 point. And I like too that there's incentives for the players, the other factions, to whittle down, the enemy's forces, because I know that there can be times or certain faction matchups or certain cases like the Vagabond where battling a faction may not always like feel like it gets you that much. But and especially in the case of the goats, where towards the later stages of the game, you were kind of really protecting that big top with your warriors because you didn't want to lose, your hand in the accolades. So it kind of hurts to be, because if you see like 6 moles protecting their buildings, it's like everybody's gotta put all their effort together, and it's a big thing. And if it doesn't work right on somebody's turn, the whole plan might be shot. But with the goats, whittling down their forces affects their actions coming up on a future turn. So you still did something by, fighting them. And kind of similar to the Badgers, the goats have this really interesting relationship with the cards in their hand where they can draw quite a bit. They can score, or gain cards from these other sources on their faction board or through crafted improvements, or through factions giving them cards like the Vagabond. But then they have to choose if they're going to spend those cards to recoup their forces. And I like that tension. I think this creates a really interesting faction. I like that they kind of have this sort of, unseemliness of like, or unsuspecting rather, where it's like, they're kind of getting some points here and there in the early game. They're, giving out these accolades. I get a point. Oh, great. Everyone's kind of focusing on that, which builds up to this big grandstanding that we've been talking about. And I think it's cool that we used them in place of the Alliance in this kind of, standard game, because even though there is a bit of, aggressive tension with the Vagabond being a lone pawn, so it's harder to get that performance from him, or from the Vagabond rather. It's cool because, as compared to the Alliance has ways that I think are harder for, especially like newer players, or even players just learning to play against the Alliance faction, harder ways to set back that faction, and especially with their really strong defensive ability, of guerrilla tactics. Whereas here, it's like, yeah, you still fight them, and yes, they have tricks, and yes, there are ways for an experienced player to kind of mitigate that risk of the goats. But it's a lot more streamlined of they do their thing and we try and stop them from doing their thing, as opposed to, considering martial law and where the sympathy is and the craftability of that. And, oh, I sure hope I don't roll a 0 on this battle. So I liked the way that this created, as we saw with the point tracker, a very close game all around, which I know not everyone might envision if they think of sort of like the base box factions.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Well
Let's
said.
see. Was there some JR? Did you? I think JR had some thoughts.
Kelton's covered a lot of thoughts that I also shared. But I guess I'll also note that the like theming, I guess, is very strong. Like very strong. I really enjoy it. And I'm also curious, the art that I'm seeing on the board, is that actually by Kyle Farron?
Okay, so the art is a bit of a jumble on this goats one. I went to the Discord and asked people to help me like alter the one goat that Kyle Farron drew and make it look like clowns. And so the jester and the one with the clown nose, those are just the altered Kyle Farron. The second one, somebody on the Discord, which their name is on the back let's see, Yankee Flatline. Yeah, they drew that by hand, that Ringmaster Goat. And then Lusk did a lot of the art on this. They did the juggling Ringmaster. They also did the action icon and the action marker and the faction icon and a few of the other things. So
Sure.
it's a bit of there's all these art credits on the back, which tells you where I sourced all of the different graphics for this.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, well, it's very fun. I guess one thought that I did have while we were playing is you mentioned near the beginning that clownish combat took a lot of different iterations and lots of balancing. I thought it worked well in this game, but I guess one thing that I found slightly odd is if you roll 2 zeros and you don't land a hit at all, you still take a card, which I don't know. It feels like it almost sidesteps all of what combat is supposed to represent mechanically. But maybe it's not an issue. Yeah, it's still a battle, right? So.
Yeah.
Right. One thing. Well, actually, you can't use partisans. One funky thing about it is that you don't get any extra hits either when you do clownish combat. So, if I were to attack this pile of wood and buildings, then I can either steal a card or I could deal the defenseless hit.
The hits. Yeah.
So it is a little funky, but I think it balances out a little bit, especially since you can't even deal extra hits while you do it.
Yeah.
So it does still turn off options, even if it's not apparent.
Yeah, and I think that's a worthwhile drawback because, another thing about the faction that some players may or may not like, and I'm glad we did E&P for the showcase because the goats outside of the early turn, kind of like you were telling us when we were setting up, it have a really hard time doing like 2 suited crafting. Like they're usually going to be just doing 1, and that often can involve things like the partisans or those other like low cost but impactful improvements. So I think because the goats will have at least the option to go for some of those things that deal extra hits, I do think it's kind of a worthwhile drawback, like that they can't even do the extra hits, because normally other similar abilities that kind of zero out just specifically rolled hits as opposed to all hits.
Right.
So
Right.
I think it's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it and had a great time playing. So thank you, Theo.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
do you have any?
Thank you for inviting us.
Do y'all have any questions about the faction? Was there anything that was confusing or anything?
I got a much better feel for it after this game.
Yeah,
Really did.
I don't think so. I think it's
Staggering presence is so much more impactful than you read it on the board and you're like, oh yeah, they count twice. And then in game you're like, oh god, I can't move.
yeah. I fortunately did not have to worry too much about that this game, but I guess one question I had, so with the pitch action, because I think this was said during the game and maybe I misunderstood. So if you start your turn and there's already a tent, say here in this rabbit clearing, can you, with the pitch action, like remove and put the tent there, or no, because you already have a tent in that clearing, right?
Got you. So let me see how I word it. You have to place a big top in a clearing you rule that does not have a big top. And so yeah, you wouldn't be able to just spam placing it. You have to move it first and then move it back, which thematically I see as like people are like, oh, look at this showcase of the circus, and you're just like
it's like you kind of go on tour,
driving views. Yeah.
Okay, I do like that. I think that and yeah, as long as you have the actions to spare for it, that makes sense. So yeah. Cool. That was really my only thing, because I think too I was getting it confused with, even though it's very clear on the player board, like pitch seems like one of those actions that like happens during a step as opposed to is an action that you could take during your turn. Though, as I said on the player board, very clear about that.
Right. I mean, it's a complicated step, so that's why the big text. I can see why it would be.
Because they have a pretty simple daylight otherwise with the movement battle.
Yeah, part of the puzzle with the goats is you're always trying to get everyone in the same clearing, so that you can perform to them. So yeah, there's a ton of times where you're just moving this tent around to try to drag someone from across the board into the clearing.
I do have one kind of more of like a for fun question.
Go for it.
So I don't really know your design timeline on this, but were the goats designed like around the time when like the street band or popular band Hireling was, or was that just sort of a happy coincidence that two entertainment focused like root factions or faction proxies both involve like bringing warriors into a clearing?
Right. So, yeah, that wasn't always the case with the goats. They didn't always do that. But then I was playing a game with Endgamer, who's the one who designed the Dawn and Dusk deck, and he recommended trying that out, which I'm sure was inspired by the popular band. And so, yeah, the popular band definitely inspired that aspect of this design.
Cool. Well, I think it's a really great mechanic to have in a faction, like a full-on faction proper, just because I think that, I mean, it's a little bit invisible, but it definitely contributes to the entanglement that we saw in this game. Just being able to kind of bridge the gap, even with a lone warrior with certain factions can open up big opportunities, especially since the Ringmaster's Reign can help certain factions perform things.
Yeah, it's like a symbiotic relationship that the goats can bring upon clearings. So, okay, well, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this.
Thank you so much. My last thought is just it's a fantastically crafted, play tested faction. We can tell, right? There's no mechanism that makes it OP and just runs away with the game, or something happens so it's so disastrous and you fall way behind as the goats, right? You can always get back in it and pull ahead, and the tension is there. So you did a very, very good, really good job with it.
Yeah, I walked the tightrope well with this faction.
Yes, you did. You certainly did.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for you viewers for watching this. We'll see you for another showcase game sometime. See ya.